Here are the top things to do in Perth, Australia for an exciting stay. Do stick around until the end to discover the brilliant activity at number 1. Number 11. Visit Kings Park and the Botanic Gardens. Kings Park is a large park in Perth's central business area, close to the Perth water. It is one of the world's largest inner-city green spaces and arguably one of the most notable attractions in Perth. It is also often the talk of the town with regard to tourism in Perth, and the locals love it. If you are a first-timer in the city, this park should definitely be one of your first destinations. The park features grassed parkland and natural bushland in an excellent mix of European and Aboriginal heritage. However, it is fair to say that the Western Australian Botanic Garden is the park's most prominent feature. The garden is a beacon to nature lovers with hundreds of flowers, shrubs, and local plant life to see here. The DNA Tower at the center of the garden is another highlight attraction here, and you'll find it similar to France's Chateau at Blois. Number 10. Relax at Cottesloe Beach. Perth is famous for its many incredible attractions that feature some of the best beaches in Australia. So, you already know you'll spend most of your leisure time on the sand of these exotic beaches. Of course, these beaches are all unique and excellent in their own right, and you'll have a great time exploring them. But then, if you have to pick one, it should be the Cottesloe Beach. Cott, as the locals call it, is a pristine beach that often ranks among Australia's top beaches, and it is just about a 20-minute drive from the city center. It has several unique features, but its laid-back surf culture is the most notable of them. The landscape here is also so brilliant that you can lose track of time just admiring its beauty. What's more, you can find restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab a bite or drink to spice up your time on the sand, all contributing to giving you fond memories you won't forget in a hurry. Number 9. Spot wildlife at Caversham Wildlife Park. Even if you have only heard a little about Australia, you must have heard about its unique fauna and diverse wildlife. Well, this fauna is well represented in Perth, and you may want to go down to Caversham Wildlife Park to witness them firsthand. This attraction is especially a must-see if you are visiting with kids or you are a wildlife enthusiast. With over 2,000 animals divided into about 200 species here, you can be sure you'll enjoy the amazing views waiting for you. You'll also be learning about new animal species, as many animals here are not very popular. Some species you'll find here include kangaroos, flying foxes, echidnas, kookaburras, and many more. Number 8. Check out the unique artworks at the Art Gallery of Western Australia. If you are an art lover visiting Perth, you should brace yourself up for the time of your life here, as this city features some excellent art centers. In fact, art is so popular in these parts that you'll find several colorful murals on the walls around this city. However, if you are really into art and you want to see a collection of quality artworks, then your destination should be none other than the Art Gallery of Western Australia. Located in Perth's cultural center, this gallery has an awe-inspiring collection of classic and contemporary regional art on display. Not only is this gallery a top attraction in Perth, but it's also one of Australia's leading galleries recognized for its excellence. It would also interest you to know that entry into the gallery is free, despite its significant status. However, visitors are encouraged to make voluntary donations at the entrance. Number 7. Go wine tasting at Swan Valley. If wine tasting is a must-do activity on your travel itinerary, then heading to a wine region is the right direction to take. Australia has a renowned history of wine production that draws in wine enthusiasts from around the world, making it a popular destination for tourists. Of course, there are more than a few locations where you can enjoy a freshly refined beer in Western Australia, but Swan Valley is one of the most popular. Thankfully, this valley is located a few miles north of Perth, and the trip here is one of the day trips you don't want to miss out on. The valley has about 50 wineries, so you might want to clear your schedule for this one. Although most of these wineries are family-owned, they often open their doors to tourists who are interested in exploring this country's wine culture. This trip will certainly help you learn a lot about the wine production process, and you'll get to enjoy the great taste of quality wines too. Number 6. Hang out at the Fremantle Port City. Fremantle is a small suburban town in Perth, but it can often feel like an entirely different location here. The town is located close to the Swan River, and it is known for its Victorian architecture and maritime history that features remnants from the British colonial period. As a port town, it boasts some spectacular beaches, shopping malls, restaurants, and cafes. However, the Fremantle market is arguably the town's most prominent feature, and this is mostly because the market offers a distinct atmosphere that showcases the town's vibrant heritage. Here, you can shop for almost anything from local produce to the perfect handcrafted souvenirs. By the way, if you want to learn how to save money on airfares, then click the link in the description below. This guide teaches you how to always get the cheapest flights. Number 5. Visit the Perth Mint. Western Australia has a rich gold mining history that reflects so much on the country's general history, and the majority of this activity occurred in Perth. In fact, you can still find traces of this ancient craft around the city, but if you really want to learn about the gold mining history of Western Australia, then you should head down to the Perth Mint, which is Australia's official bullion mint. Here, you can learn about the gold-digging legends and other events that occurred during the gold rush era. It would also interest you to know that this mint was established in 1899 and is still very functional today. In fact, it is still charged with the function of the manufacturing of gold, silver, and platinum coins in bars. Luckily, the mint is open for tourists to visit, and you will undoubtedly have a great time here exploring one of Australia's most important buildings. Number 4. Take a day trip to Rottnest Island. Perth is a fantastic city with almost everything you could ever ask for in a top tourist destination. However, the various attractions and breathtaking activities here can sometimes get overwhelming. Well, the best way to escape the city on such overwhelming days is to go on a day trip. And Rottnest Island is one of the best destinations for this purpose. Located about 12 miles off Perth's coast, this island feels like a whole different world. It is protected and features a few sublime beaches that are perfect for relaxation. Plus, the island's popularity has skyrocketed in the last couple of years, many thanks to the presence of koalas here. Well, Rottnest is one of the only places where you can find these adorable creatures in large numbers, so you may want to take the opportunity to get up close and take a picture with them too. Number 3. Take a calming evening walk at Elizabeth Quay. Once the sun starts to set, there aren't many places in Perth as beautiful as Elizabeth Quay. This exciting new waterfront promenade is located along the Swan River in Perth's central business district. So if you feel like it, you can take a calm evening walk here and enjoy the scenic view. Elizabeth Quay also features top-class restaurants where you can sit and grab a bite while watching the sunset. Overall, it's a very soothing experience that you will be glad to have. Number 2. Explore the incredible landscapes at Pinnacles Desert. If you want to experience a change of scenery for a bit during your stay in Perth, you may want to consider heading out to the Pinnacles Desert. This desert consists of limestone formations known as pinnacles, and there are thousands of them out there. They were formed by a rising of the constantly shifting sand dunes, and they are especially beautiful at night when the bright, shining moonlight magnifies their shadows. You might also want to join a stargazing tour to marvel at all the stars while here. Rest assured, you are in for an experience to remember. Number 1. Swim with dolphins. Dolphins are lovely sea creatures, and you will have a great time watching them from a distance as they play in the water. But then, do you know how you can get up close to swim with these dolphins too? Yes, you heard that right. You can get into the waters while in Perth and swim with dolphins. Well, this is many thanks to a program at the nearby seaside town of Rockingham that allows you to swim close to giant dolphins but under close inspection. So if you are a fan of marine activities, you can join the day trip from Perth led by a team of expert divers. If you are wondering, this experience is very safe, as the dolphins have been trained to be friendly and welcoming. Also, you'll be provided with a snorkeling suit and a mask to help you navigate the water better. Indeed, there's no doubt that you will enjoy your time here, especially when underwater with all the playful dolphins. Click here for more things to do in Australia.